Welcome and congratulations on taking this huge step. I am super excited to host you here today. I know you're here because you want to build a solid foundation for your marriage. Whether you're engaged, preparing for your marriage soon, or just simply want to know what a successful marriage entails, what a happy marriage entails, what a peaceful marriage entails, this free course is designed to give you clarity, confidence, and practical guidance. Do you know that some couples start regretting their union within just a few weeks after the marriage? I know you're probably disputing that in your mind. That would never be me, God forbid. But I see it happening like all the time. Yes, I do. It is what it is. In fact, even major newspapers like The Punch and Daily Trust have reported rising divorce rates among young couples in Nigeria. And if you spend just a few minutes online, you'll see countless people openly expressing regrets about their marriages. It's heartbreaking and it is unfortunate because many of these struggles could have been avoided with the right preparation. But the good news is this: you do not have to make those same mistakes. You can avoid those same mistakes because by the end of this free course, you will learn things that many married couples are still struggling with. You will understand exactly what separates a happy, thriving marriage from a painful, frustrating marriage. And you will also learn how to make sure yours is on the right track. In fact, if for instance there are only 30% successful marriages on earth, with this guide, yours will be among those ones by the grace of God. You see, marriage is one of the biggest decisions of your life, and I think you deserve to get it right. In fact, I believe nobody deserves to get it wrong. But before we dive in, let me quickly introduce myself to you guys properly. My name is Hajara Sani. I'm a certified counselor, relationship coach, and a marriage expert. I'm the founder of Deep Healing Solutions, founder of the Intentional Marriage Academy, married for almost 2 decades with 4 beautiful kids. And over the years, I've worked with countless singles and couples, helping them navigate relationships the right way. I'm so passionate about guiding couples to be so that they can have very beautiful and long-lasting marriage. I've seen too many marriages break down. I've seen too many people break down from broken marriages, not because the couples did not love each other, no, but because they went in unprepared. They assumed love was enough, that things would magically fall into place, only to realize too late that marriage demands more than just emotions. And that's why I'm here today, to help you avoid those same mistakes, to show you what truly makes a marriage work, so you don't end up feeling stuck, frustrated, or full of regrets. But before we get into the solutions, let's talk about the hard truth many people realize too late. To do this, let me share some real life stories that will make you rethink everything you thought you knew about marriage so that you can be more intentional about yours. You see, I get messages like this all the time. Messages like, I feel trapped and it's only been 2 months. I don't even recognize the person I married. He has changed or she has changed. Or messages like, I wish I had taken marriage preparation more seriously. I didn't know things would turn out like this. But that's not all. I also see some very disturbing comments publicly shared online by people who are in pain and in regret. Comments like this: I don't know about others' marriages, but I can say that the biggest mistake I made was getting married. This was a comment I came across recently. You can see it on the screen. And another person said, if I open my mouth, we feel sleep here today. Marriage na big scam. And so many negative, comments like this. You can only imagine the kind of pain they experienced to make them to write this publicly online. Another person said, I regret the day I got married to my husband. And so many heartbreaking messages like that from married couples who were once in love just like you. Couples who once looked forward to marriage happily and hopefully. Unfortunately, these are no longer uncommon cases. They are not uncommon situations. They are not isolated cases anymore. Marital issues are becoming too rampant. Cases of broken homes, abuse, and cases of couples living like strangers and lots more. These things are happening every single day to people who thought they had found the one. People who thought they had found their missing rib. People who were once deeply in love only to realize too late that love alone is not enough. I've spoken to newlyweds who just weeks into their marriage are already feeling lost and tired. I've spoken to too many men and women who felt they had made a mistake getting married. They felt they have gotten married to the wrong person. The excitement fades, reality sets in, and they start to see things they never noticed before. Conflicts that seemed small during courtship suddenly feels unbearable. The man who was once caring now seems distant. The woman who was once patient now feels frustrated all the time. She's feeling unheard, she's feeling unseen, she's feeling disrespected. The man is also feeling sad and confused. The wife is equally feeling sad and confused. They both feel misunderstood, unappreciated, and exhausted. And the worst part, they don't even know how to start fixing things because nobody told them the truth about marriage. Most people do not realize marriage is not just about companionship or romance. It entails sharing your whole life with another human being who thinks differently from you, grew up differently from you, but you must learn to coexist together with love and understanding and also start your own beautiful family with that person. Even your future generation can be shaped by this. Marriage is a very, very deep connection. And it affects everything that concerns you from the moment you say, yes, I choose to marry him or her. Your peace of mind, your mental health, your self-esteem, your career, finances, even the kind of childhood your future kids will have. Yes, all of it depends on the choices you make in marriage. This is not just about you. It is about your future generation, your lineage. So marriage is not something you go into blindly. No, you have to be prepared. You see, a bad marriage does not just hurt the couple. It leaves emotional wounds that can last for generations. But unfortunately, most people don't even see the danger until they are already trapped in it. So let me ask you a very simple question. If you had a chance to avoid all these problems, will you not take it? But this is where many people go wrong. They assume that as long as there is love, everything else will fall into place. But that's one of the biggest lies about marriage. Because if truly love was all it took to have a happy marriage, we wouldn't see couples who were madly in love during their dating days now struggling just a few months into the marriage. Yet I've spoken to countless people who say, but we loved each other. Why are we having so many problems now? My people, honestly, love alone does not prepare you for the realities of marriage. Simple. Yet, many couples to be walk into it with so many blind spots, holding on to beliefs that set them up for regret later. When you have some of these beliefs, you're sure to feel to be full of regrets later. Now, here are 3 of the most dangerous assumptions people make before getting married. Number 1, most people think we will figure things out as we go. I get it and I understand. Yes, I do. It sounds practical, right? But do you realize that marriage comes with real life pressures, finances, family expectations, conflicts, and even responsibilities? Do you realize that? Marriage is very, very different from courtship. If you don't have the right foundation, these pressures will expose every weakness in your relationship. And by the time many couples realize this, they are already drowning in problems they have no idea how to fix. Number 2, some will say, but we've been together for years, so we know each other quite well. I hear this all the time from young couples. But do you know that marriage reveals what dating hides? Because living together, sharing responsibilities, making sacrifices, seeing their weaknesses, and all, it changes everything you think you know about a person. Because suddenly, those little habits you ignored before become unbearable. You begin to see the true color of the person you have chosen, the person you chose. And those assumptions you had about each other, they start falling apart. Number 3, some people will say, once we are married, things will get better. I wish this were true. Because if there are unresolved issues now, they won't magically disappear after the marriage. In fact, marriage will not fix them. It will only magnify them, my sisters and brothers. And that's the sad truth. Most people don't realize they were unprepared until it is too late. By then, they're either stuck in a miserable marriage or facing painful choices they never imagined. But here is the good news. It doesn't have to be your story. You can choose a different path. Because while so many people walk into marriage unprepared, you now have the chance to do things differently. Which brings me to an important question. What does it actually mean to be prepared for marriage? Let's talk about one key lesson that can completely change the way you approach marriage. Lesson 1. Always remember that small problems do not stay small. Most people think marriage conflicts are about big dramatic fights, but in reality, the small everyday issues are what slowly builds resentment, the silent disappointment that sometimes goes unspoken, the little frustrations that piles up, the assumptions that were never clarified before marriage. A common example is communication. Before marriage, many couples think we talk all the time, so we have a great communication. But honestly, communication is not just about talking. It is about being understood. If you and your partner don't know how to listen, resolve misunderstandings, and express yourself clearly, small disagreements will surely escalate into deep frustrations. Communication, effective communication, is different from just mere talking to yourselves. And this is one of the most common causes of marital issues for decades. Effective nuptial communication. For instance, in my interactions with couples, many of them assume their partners understand them and are actually deliberately hurting them. Hence, they feel hurt and disrespected without bothering to communicate their feelings. At the end, one person is feeling hurt, assuming he or she was being hurt, while the other person is totally clueless and is thinking they are acting up, and in that thinking the other person is acting up. You see, our emotions are not the easiest to control in marriage. But here is a simple shift that could make a huge difference. Instead of assuming your partner understands your feelings, learn to communicate openly and clearly in a way that the other person will be motivated to listen and change. When something bothers you, say it in a way that encourages discussions, not defensiveness. For instance, now, instead of saying something like, you never listen to me, you should say something like, I feel unheard when you make plans without involving me. Can we talk about it? This is just an example. The point is to make reference to the situation and not to attack the person. I don't know. I hope you understand the difference. Now, most people think they are ready for marriage, but in actual sense, they are not. A lady was recently referred to me by her mother. The mother had her reasons. Hence, she insisted that the lady and her fiancé must go for premarital preparation coaching. Let's call her Sadia. She was engaged, felt confident about her relationship, and was just looking forward to the marriage. She was looking forward to the wedding day. She has prepared. They've bought everything. She has bought, she has even bought the beautiful clothes she was going to wear. They've arranged everything. So she was reluctant, and she thought her mother was worrying over nothing. But after working together with her, she realized there were many conversations she and her fiancé had never had. She learned how to bring up concerns the right way. She learned how to navigate sensitive topics and understand her partner on a deeper level. Now happily married, here is what she has to tell me. She says, let me read. I'm really glad Mama forced me to meet you. I now understand my husband deeply, and we resolve conflict so smoothly. I can't imagine what my marriage would have been like if I had ignored this step. Another of my should I call her a client or a sister? Let me say, okay, another of my clients, Ruth, who recently found me because she kept going alone to the counseling the church had organized for them. But her fiancé was too busy to go with her. And she did not want a one-sided marriage, so she decided to make a private arrangement so that her partner can join her, and she was happy she did. She said she couldn't have imagined what her marriage would have been like if she had ignored this very step. This is the difference premarital preparation can make for you. And that's exactly why I created the ultimate premarital coaching course, to help you get this right before stepping into marriage. Where others are struggling, you will be flying. Where others are confused, you already gained clarity. Mark my words. Yes, it is the power of our preparation course. Now, you have two choices. Choice number 1, you can continue guessing, hoping things may work out, only to realize when it may be too late that love alone is not enough to build a happy marriage. You can take the risk like so many others and learn through painful mistakes. Or choice number 2, you can prepare the right way. You can equip yourself with the knowledge, skills, and mindset that will help you navigate marriage confidently and avoid unnecessary heartbreak and all the struggles. The choice is clear. This is backed by personal marriage experience for almost 2 decades, years of helping other couples, and also from years of research and studying as a certified relationship expert. And this is exactly why I created the ultimate premarital preparation coaching course. You see, I've worked with countless singles and engaged couples, and I've seen firsthand the difference proper preparation makes. That's why this course is designed to give you everything you need to step into marriage with clarity and with confidence. This course is self-paced, it is online within your comfort zone, very convenient and easy and straightforward. In this course, you will learn how to make your own marriage successful and different from the heartbreaking stories we hear every day. Inside this course, you will learn conflict resolution skills that will help you handle disagreements in a way that strengthens and not weakens your relationship. You will learn effective nuptial communication skills so you can express yourself clearly and be truly heard and understood. You will learn emotional intelligence techniques that will help you navigate tough moments without unnecessary fights or resentments. You will learn healthy boundaries with in-laws and external influences so you can protect your marriage without guilt or friction. There will be no tension. You learn how to build healthy boundaries. You will learn financial responsibility alignment strategies so there are no nasty surprises later. You also learn a long-term happiness blueprint that helps you build a solid foundation now instead of struggling to fix things later. This is not just theory. It is real practical guidance that will transform how you approach marriage. This is not just another relationship course, no. It is a step-by-step roadmap created specifically for singles and engaged couples who want to do marriage right. And don't just take my words for it. Here is what some people have to say about my premarital classes. This person says, I feel 10 times more confident about my future marriage. I've learned things I never even thought to ask before. Another person says, this course helped us have deep conversations we never had before. Now I feel like we truly understand each other and I feel like I'm ready for marriage more confidently now. Another person says, Assalam, I attended a few premarital coaching classes, but yours seems to be the one that stands out. I could relate to a lot of things you said as if you were talking to just me and my fiancé. It was a wonderful experience. I thank God because if there was one thing that is sure, it is that I went into your class and came out a different person who looked into marriage from a different perspectives. Thank you. May the Almighty bless you. This very feedback came from a guy. I received so many messages like this and each one reminds me why I do this work. I cannot share all the feedbacks, but my greatest desire is to see more successful marriages, more joy and fewer regrets. In fact, maybe zero regrets. Marriage is for a lifetime and it is one of the biggest decisions of your life. Shouldn't you do everything possible to get it right once and for all? Every single day, I see people wishing they are taking this step earlier. But by the time they realize it, they are already stuck in painful cycles, struggling to fix what could have been avoided. People feeling stuck, crying, suffering in silence. Some of them make me want to cry. But you do not have to learn the hard way. Because right now you have a choice. Prepare wisely and step into marriage with confidence or take a gamble and hope for the best. One path leads to peace of mind and the other probably to regret. And because I do not want you to end up as another sad story, I'm making this decision even easier and juicier for you. I'm offering you a very sweet deal, a whopping 50% discount. So instead of paying the full price, you only pay half of that when you register today. Yes, you heard me right. And that's not all. You also get some very transformative, powerful free bonuses when you act fast. Bonus number 1, first year marriage survival secret. We all know that the first early years of marriage is one of the hardest as you are both getting to know yourselves. But this free guide will make yours as easy as ABCD. Bonus number 2, tying the knot only once. That's getting married only once. You don't have to, go through marriage based on trial and error, going from one marriage to the next. Because as the name implies, this book helps you to have a successful marriage just at the first attempt. And yes, it will help you even if you were once married before and preparing to give it another shot. This book will help you get your first marriage or your next marriage right. Bonus number 3, healthy relationship checklist. This is a free guide packed with marriage fitness tips to help you avoid common mistakes. Bonus number 4, you get access to a private support community where you are encouraged to complete your course, ask questions, and get real-time guidance. This is because we want you to be successful. We don't just want you to buy and keep it. We're not interested in you just buying and not using it. The whole essence of this is for you to get this copy, this book, and also use it. That's why we have a support community to encourage you to, to help you keep accountability of your progress. You also get to ask questions, all for free when you get this copy today. Now, bonus number 5, a free checklist to help you go through all the important tools you need with your partner, especially where he or she may not be available, to complete this course with you. And all of these bonuses are worth over 200,000, but they are all free today when you get your course right now. The price will soon go back to its original price. You see, the difference between a happy marriage and a painful one starts before you say I do. Don't wait until it is too late. Click the link below to secure your spot now. You will have to be intentional. You have to put in the effort. So get prepared for the journey of marriage ahead of you. Get prepared by the best. Your dream marriage awaits you. Deep Healing Solutions, waiting to see you in the inside.